If you're a Canadian senior planning to travel in 2026, stop right there. There are 7 major rule changes coming this year that could completely mess up your trip if you don't know about them. And trust me, you don't want to find out at the airport. One of these changes could actually get you stuck at the border for hours. Another one might cost you hundreds of dollars if you're not prepared. And there's one rule that affects your passport in a way most seniors have no idea about. So stay with me till the end because I'm going to break down all 7 changes in the simplest way possible. Let me ask you something. Have you traveled outside Canada recently? Maybe to the US? Maybe somewhere warmer during winter? If yes, then you probably remember how smooth things used to be. You show up, hand over your passport, answer a couple of questions, and you're good to go. Well, not anymore. Things are changing fast. And if you don't know what's new, you could face delays, extra fees, or even worse, you might not be allowed to board your flight. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying it's better to know now than to regret later. So let's jump right into the first major change. Change number 1, new passport validity requirements. Okay, here's something most people don't realize. Your passport might look perfectly fine to you. It's not expired. It still has your photo. The pages aren't torn. So you think, I'm good to go, right? Wrong. Starting in 2026, many countries are enforcing a stricter rule. Your passport must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. That means if you're planning to travel in June 2026, your passport should be valid until at least December 2026. Now, why does this matter? Because a lot of Canadian seniors have passports that are technically still valid, but they're close to expiring. You might think, oh, I still have 3 months left, that's enough. But no, if it's less than 6 months, some countries won't let you in, and airlines won't even let you board the plane. Imagine this, you're at the airport, bags packed, excited. You've been planning this trip for months. Then the airline agent checks your passport and says, sorry, you can't fly. Your passport doesn't meet the 6-month rule. How frustrating would that be? So here's what you need to do. Right now, go grab your passport. Check the expiry date. If it expires anytime in 2026, don't wait. Renew it now. Don't leave it for the last minute because passport processing times can be long, especially during busy travel seasons. And if you're thinking, but I'm only going to the US, do I still need 6 months? Well, the US has a different rule. For Canadians, they don't require 6 months. But here's the thing. If you're connecting through another country, or if your travel plans change, you could run into problems. Better safe than sorry. Now, let's move to the second change, and this one is huge. Change 2. New digital entry authorizations. You've probably heard of the US ESTA. Now, similar systems are coming worldwide. Starting in 2026, the European Union is launching ETIAS. If you're traveling to countries like France, Italy, Spain, or Greece, you'll need to apply online before you travel. ETIAS is not a visa, but it's still mandatory. You fill out a short online form with your passport details, answer a few security questions, pay a small fee, and then wait for approval. Most people get approved, but it's not instant. Here's the big mistake many people make: waiting too long. You can't apply at the airport. If your ETIAS isn't approved in time, your trip can be stopped before it even starts. Apply at least 2 to 3 weeks early to be safe. And one more thing, the UK is rolling out a similar system called ETA. So the same rule applies if you're visiting London or Scotland. It's more paperwork, yes, but skipping this step can completely ruin your trip. Now let's move to change 3, because this one affects how you spend money while traveling. Change 3. New credit card and payment security rules. You probably use your credit card everywhere when you travel: hotels, restaurants, rental cars. But starting in 2026, many countries are tightening payment security rules. Older Canadian credit cards that only have magnetic strips might not work anymore. Most places now require chip and PIN, not signatures. So, before you travel, call your bank. Make sure your card has a chip, set up your PIN, and test it locally. Also, tell your bank you're traveling. Otherwise, they might freeze your card thinking it's fraud. Imagine being at a gas station in Europe and your card doesn't work. You'll be stuck. All right, moving on to change number 4, and this one is about your health. In recent years, many countries are now asking for more detailed health documents before you travel. This includes proof of vaccinations for certain diseases, health insurance, and sometimes even online health declarations. As a senior, this is extra important. If you have pre-existing conditions or take medications, you need to be prepared. Visit your doctor, get a full checkup, update your vaccines, and ask for a letter listing your meds and health issues. Keep that letter with you. Also, get travel health insurance. Don't skip this. Even a short trip can turn expensive if something goes wrong. Insurance should cover medical emergencies, hospital stays, and medical evacuation. Read the fine print to make sure pre-existing conditions are included. Finally, keep copies of all your documents, both physical and digital, so you can access them if your bag is lost. Next, we'll talk about change number 5, airports and security, and what seniors need to watch out for. Change 5, new airport security and screening procedures. Airport security is changing in 2026. Full-body scanners now detect more than metal. They can see liquids, powders, and even organic materials. That means even harmless items could get you pulled aside. Rules about liquids are also evolving. Some airports let you carry larger bottles without removing them, but not all airports have this yet. So always check your airport's website before you pack. Seniors with medical devices like pacemakers or hearing aids should tell security. They'll get alternative screening. And since security takes longer these days, give yourself at least 3 hours for international flights. Change 6. New accommodation registration and tourist tax rules. Hotels and rentals are asking for more info in 2026. Your travel plans, length of stay, and next destination. Governments want to know who's in their country at all times. Many cities now charge tourist taxes, added on top of the booking price. Always budget extra and keep receipts in case of disputes. Change 7. New border crossing and customs declaration rules. Customs rules are stricter. Always declare gifts, food, cash over $10,000, and prescription medication. Even small undeclared items can cause fines or confiscation. Tip: when in doubt, declare it. It's better to be safe than face trouble. Also, check each country's rules on plants, seeds, meat, dairy, or wood before you pack. Number 1. New passport validity requirements. Make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. Number 2. New digital entry authorization systems like ETS and ETA. Apply online before you travel. Number 3. New credit card and payment security rules. Make sure your card has a chip and a PIN. Number 4. New health and vaccination documentation requirements. Get travel insurance and keep health documents with you. Number 5. New airport security and screening procedures. Give yourself extra time and know the rules at your airport. Number 6. New accommodation registration and tourist tax rules. Be prepared to provide extra information and budget for extra costs. Number 7. New border crossing and customs declaration rules. Declare everything and know what you can and can't bring. Now, I know this might sound like a lot, and you might be thinking, wow, traveling used to be so much simpler. And you're right, it was. But things change, rules change, and all we can do is stay informed and be prepared. All right, so now that you know the 7 major changes, let me give you some practical tips that'll make your life easier when you're actually traveling in 2026. Because knowing the rules is one thing, but actually dealing with them in real life, that's a whole different story. And I want to make sure you're fully prepared. First thing, create a travel checklist. And I don't mean just a packing list. I mean a full checklist that covers everything we talked about. Write down passport expiry date, ETS or ETA application status, credit card chip and PIN confirmation, travel insurance purchased, health documents prepared, airport security rules reviewed, accommodation confirmation and tourist tax info, customs declaration rules checked. Print this checklist, keep it somewhere visible, and start checking things off at least a month before your trip. Don't wait until the week before, because here's the thing. When you're scrambling at the last minute, you forget stuff. And forgetting even one thing on this list could mess up your entire trip. Tip number 2, use technology to your advantage. Now, I know some seniors aren't super comfortable with technology, and that's okay. But in 2026, technology is going to make your life so much easier if you learn how to use it. For example, download the apps for the airlines you're flying with. Most airlines now let you check in online, choose your seat, and even get your boarding pass on your phone. No need to print anything. Also, download apps for currency conversion. So when you're shopping in another country, you know exactly how much you're spending in Canadian dollars. And here's a big one. Download Google Maps or another map app. Because getting lost in a foreign country is no fun, especially if you don't speak the language. Also, save important documents on your phone. Passport copy, travel insurance, flight confirmations, hotel bookings, all of it. Take photos or save PDFs. Because if you lose your physical documents, you still have backups. And one more thing, make sure your phone works internationally. Call your phone provider and ask about international roaming plans. Or better yet, get a local SIM card when you arrive. It's usually cheaper. Tip 3. Know your rights as a traveler. Okay, here's something a lot of people don't realize. You have rights as a traveler. And knowing your rights can save you a lot of hassle. For example, if your flight gets delayed or canceled, you might be entitled to compensation. Depends on the airline and the reason for the delay. But a lot of people don't even know this, so they never ask. Also, if your luggage gets lost, the airline is responsible. They have to compensate you or help you find it, but you need to report it immediately. Don't wait. And if you're denied boarding because of overbooking, you're entitled to compensation. Again, depends on the situation. But know your rights. Don't just accept whatever the airline tells you. Now, where do you find this information? Most airlines have it on their website. Or you can check the Canadian Transportation Agency's website. They have clear guidelines about passenger rights. Tip 4. Be prepared for language barriers. All right, so let's say you're traveling to a country where they don't speak English. What do? First, learn a few basic phrases. Hello, thank you, excuse me, where is the bathroom, how much does this cost? Just a few simple phrases can go a long way. Second, download a translation app. Google Translate is great. You can type in what you want to say, and it'll translate it for you. Some apps even let you point your phone camera at a sign, and it'll translate the text in real time. Third, carry a small notebook and pen. If you can't communicate verbally, write it down, or draw a picture. It sounds silly, but it works. And here's another tip. If you're staying at a hotel, ask the front desk for a business card with the hotel's address in the local language. That way, if you get lost, you can show it to a taxi driver and they'll know where to take you. Tip 5. Stay safe and aware. Now, let's talk about safety, because unfortunately, tourists are often targets for scams and theft. Here's what you need to do. First, don't carry all your cash and cards in one place. Split them up. Keep some in your wallet, some in your bag, and maybe some in a hidden pocket. Second, be aware of your surroundings. If something feels off, trust your gut. Don't go down dark alleys. Don't follow strangers. Don't leave your drink unattended. Third, avoid showing off expensive items. Don't wear flashy jewelry. Don't wave around your phone or camera. Blend in as much as you can. And if someone approaches you with a deal that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Whether it's a tour, a taxi, or a souvenir, be skeptical. Also, keep emergency numbers saved on your phone. Know the local police number, the Canadian Embassy or consulate number, and your travel insurance emergency line. Tip 6. Plan for the unexpected. All right, here's the reality. No matter how much you plan, something unexpected can still happen. Your flight might get delayed, you might get sick, your luggage might get lost. So what do? You plan for it. First, always pack a change of clothes in your carry-on. That way, if your checked luggage gets lost, you at least have something to wear. Second, bring essential medications in your carry-on too. Don't pack them in your checked bag, because if that bag goes missing, you're in trouble. Third, build some flexibility into your itinerary. Don't plan every single minute of every single day. leave some buffer time in case things go wrong. And fourth, stay calm. I know it's easier said than done, but panicking doesn't help. Take a deep breath, assess the situation, and figure out your next step. Tip 7, take care of your health while traveling. Okay, so you're on your trip. Everything is going well. But then you start feeling tired, or your stomach is upset, or you're just not feeling like yourself. This is super common for seniors, especially when traveling long distances or to different climates. So here's what you need to do. First, stay hydrated. Drink lots of water, especially on the plane. Airplane air is super dry, and dehydration can make you feel awful. Second, don't overdo it. I know you're excited and you want to see everything, but if you push yourself too hard, you'll burn out. Take breaks. Rest when you need to. Third, watch what you eat. Trying local food is great, but if your stomach is sensitive, be careful. Avoid street food if you're unsure. Drink bottled water, not tap water. And fourth, keep moving. Long flights and car rides can be tough on your body. Get up, stretch, walk around when you can. It helps with circulation and prevents stiffness. Tip 8, know how to handle emergencies. All right, let's talk about the worst case scenario. What if there's an emergency while you're traveling? First, stay calm. Panicking makes everything worse. Second, contact your travel insurance immediately. They have 24/7 emergency lines. They can help you find a doctor, a hospital, or even arrange for you to fly back to Canada if needed. Third, contact the Canadian Embassy or consulate in the country you're in. They can provide assistance, especially if you've lost your passport or if there's a political or natural disaster. Fourth, let your family know what's happening. Make sure someone back home knows your situation and can help coordinate things if needed. And fifth, keep all your receipts and documentation. If you need to file an insurance claim later, you'll need proof of what happened and what you paid for. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this all sounds like a lot of work. Maybe I should just not travel. And I get it. Change is stressful. New rules are frustrating. But here's the thing. Travel is still worth it. Seeing new places, experiencing different cultures, spending time with family or friends in other countries, all of that is still amazing. And these new rules, yes, they're annoying, but they're not impossible to deal with. You just need to be informed and prepared. And that's exactly what this video is for. So don't let fear stop you. Don't let confusion stop you. Just take it step by step. Follow the checklist, do your research, and you'll be fine. Now, by the way, I've already made a full video where I go into even more detail about specific travel tips for Canadian seniors. Things like the best travel insurance options, how to handle medical emergencies abroad, and what to do if your passport gets stolen. You can find that video on the end screen or just click the I button above. It's packed with useful information, and I really think it'll help you feel even more confident about traveling in 2026. All right, before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Which city are you watching from? And more importantly, are you planning to travel in 2026? If yes, where are you thinking of going? Drop a comment below and let me know. I love hearing from you guys. And if you have any specific questions about traveling as a Canadian senior, ask me in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. Also, if this video helped you, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know that this kind of content is useful to you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? This channel is all about giving you clear, simple, and honest information. No fluff, no confusing jargon, just straight to the point advice that actually helps. So hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. All right, let's wrap this up. 2026 is bringing a lot of changes for travelers, especially Canadian seniors. But now you know what those changes are. And more importantly, you know how to handle them. From passport rules to digital authorizations, from payment security to health documentation, from airport procedures to customs declarations, you're now prepared for all of it. So go ahead. Plan that trip, book that flight, pack those bags, and travel with confidence. Because the world is still out there waiting for you. And these new rules? They're just small bumps in the road. Nothing you can't handle. Oh, and one more thing. In my next video, I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes Canadian seniors make when booking flights. And trust me, some of these mistakes can cost you hundreds of dollars. So make sure you watch that video. It's coming soon. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next one. Safe travels!